I want to share this quote with you. I've been reading this book, Coactive Coaching. It is a style of coaching that uh, they have like classes and stuff that you can take, but they also have this book. It's by a bunch of people: Henry Kimsey House, Karen Kimsey House, Philip Sandel, and Laura Whitworth. Um, I really enjoy the book. If you're at all interested in people, working with people, just learning how to communicate and be with people better, this is a great book to do it. Um, but I want to read this quote because it's really fascinating to me, or it really stuck out to me. And it's talking about action and in a like a coaching relationship. Um, the thing that the quote, the sentence that really stuck out to me is, uh, without action, the balance coaching is incomplete. And balance is like one of their principles. But without action, the balance coaching is incomplete. Just an enjoyable conversation about point of view. That really stuck out to me because for me personally, and this is from my perspective something that I've really struggled with, and or maybe I haven't struggled with, but I haven't been able to put a finger on why I've struggled in life, or just haven't created the results. And it's funny, I have not. I'm not where I would have liked to have been at this point in my life, especially over the past few years. I've talked a lot about what I've wanted and haven't necessarily gotten there. And when I read this sentence, the balance coaching is incomplete, just an enjoyable conversation about point of view without action. And it just kind of hit me that I've had lots of conversations with my wife. I've journaled a lot. I've talked to my friends, and I've always, I've never really been able to put together exactly what has kept me from getting the things that I want in my life. And it seems so simple, but what it really comes down to is just taking action. I would say that in my life, at the point where I've been in over the past few years, it's been a lot of thinking, it's been a lot of journaling, it's been a lot of contemplating and theorizing about different things, or trying to pick the thing that I want to do when I grow up or in this phase of my life. And there hasn't been any action, there has not been any movement on anything. And yet I still ask myself why I'm so stuck or unable to create money or to like make money to get ahead in life, to get to a place where I can make enough money to leave my job. Well, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting around and thinking about stuff. Or when I actually get to a point where I'm about to do something, I tell myself that I shouldn't do it or it's not worth doing. So there just hasn't been a lot of action. And without action, there can't be any learning. There can be no movement. There can be no growth. There's no opportunity. It's just been a lot of sitting here in this chair that I'm sitting in right now and thinking about it, and really just writing page after page like what's going wrong, or what do I want to do, what's the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is action. And you could say like, yeah, you want to enjoy the things that you're doing, and you want to be happy, and you want to have joy in your life, and all of those things. And that's true. And no, at the end of the day, no real progress can be made without action, without actually doing something. You can't really learn about what you're doing. You can't really learn about where you want to go or where you're going if you're standing in the same place all the time. And that's what I've been doing. And uh, that one sentence really kind of hit me on top of the head like, oh, okay, so that's why I'm struggling to make money. That's why I'm confused about where I want to go, because I'm not doing anything. And when I don't do anything, I don't learn anything. So that was a really good shift in perspective for me. Going back to the quote from Meditations, that I might have talked about before, Meditations, which is something else that I've been reading, and I'll see if I can find this really quickly. But the one thing that Marcus Aurelius says in this, the quote that I really took away and have been thinking about a lot, is he talks about your thoughts. And he says, the things that you think about determine the quality of your mind. Your soul takes on the color of your thoughts. So it's those two things paired together, which I guess is kind of, the two things in harmony. What you're thinking and the quality of your thoughts, the quality of what you're thinking and kind of putting through your whole system through your thoughts. If you're thinking bad things, if you're not filling yourself up with productive thinking, not necessarily just like jamming positivity down your throat, because, I think there is a point to being real, and there's also a point to looking at solution, positivity, productive thought processes, but then also taking action. And even when you're confused, even when you're unsure of yourself, even when you're not sure which direction you're going to go or exactly what you want to do, putting one foot in front of the other on a regular basis is the only way to learn, is the only way to continue to move forward, even when you're unsure of yourself, even when you're not confident, taking action, giving yourself some grace, being willing to fall down and pick yourself back up. Those two things together, that's life. That's what it's all about. So I feel like I really like that quote. I really still appreciate the quote from Marcus Aurelius, and it just makes me feel better about life. And it just gives me a sense of clarity of like where I've been over the past couple of years and where I can go and how simple it can be.